One day, at the office of Cozy Interior SDN BHD, the mood was tense. The company had been struggling for the months, and everyone could feel that something serious was about to happen. Inside the boardroom, the director and his team gathered for an important discussion.
Good morning, everyone. Have a seat.
Thank you.
So, as you all know, our company has been facing financial difficulties for the past year. The total debt is higher than the total asset. So, I call you all to come in this meeting to discuss how to wind up our company voluntarily.
Yes, Mr. Sadiq. Based on our financial statement, our liabilities stand at 850,000 ringgit, while our total asset are only around 400,000 ringgit. It's clear that our company is insolvent. So, what is the proper legal process?
Under the Companies Act of 2016, there is two main types of companies voluntary winding up, which is creditor voluntary winding up and also members creditor winding up. So, let me explain one by one. Members voluntary winding up is when the company is solvent, meaning it can pay off its debt between 12 months. Meanwhile, the creditors voluntary winding up are unable to pay off its debt within 12 months and also are insolvent. So in our case, our company are unable to pay off its debt. So we must proceed with the creditors company winding up.
I appreciate the transparency. As a creditor, we only want the assurance of the process will be fair and that the remaining asset will be distributed according to the law.
The room fell silent. The decision was difficult, but everyone knew it was the only responsible thing to do. The meeting continued with a more serious tone. Later that day, the team gathered again in the meeting room to go through the actual steps of the winding up process.
So, to Miles, could you explain the procedure in full?
Absolutely. Let me read my document. So, according to section 449, subsection 1, the company should have a meeting with the creditor in proposing for the voluntary winding up. And then, according to section 449, subsection 2, notice of creditors meeting and companies meeting should be sent simultaneously to creditors by post. And then, Section 449 subsection 3, the company should choose a convenient time and place to convene the meeting. Next, Section 449 subsection 4, the company notice should be advertised widely using local newspaper. And lastly, Section 449 subsection 5, the director of company should issue a full statement of company's affair, which is liability, asset or other expenses, and appoint one of the director to attend the meeting.
So, by me, that's the director powers, and once the liquidator take over,
Exactly. Once the liquidator are appointed, all the powers of creditor are seized except those who are approved by the liquidators.
Everyone took notes carefully. The process sounded complicated, but Miss Tonlailer's explanation made things clear. They were now preparing themselves for the next step, which is appointing a liquidator. A few days later, the board met again to discuss the final stage, which is the role of the liquidator and how the company's closure would be completed.
So, to learners, may I know Who will act as a liquidator? And what are their duties?
So, liquidator is a person who are responsible for closing the company. But in our case, it is a shareholder or creditor who are responsible to be act as a liquidator. So, for your information, there are so many main duties of the liquidator. One of them is they are responsible to sell off the company's asset in order to pay the company's debt. It is because once the company are unable to pay off their debt, the liquidator have to take their action and sell off the company's asset. Other than that, they also are responsible to report to the liquidator or creditor by time to time about the process of winding up.
Thank you, Claudius. Once the liquidator complete the process, what happened next?
Good questions. Once everything are prepared, the liquidator will call the members and creditors for the final meeting. They will present the report of financial accounts and then the company will dissolve by 3 months. Once the final report are submitted to registrar.
Understood. I will prepare to convene meeting for the resolution to wind up our company. Thank you for your advice and cooperation. You all may dismiss. Thank you.
The meeting ended with quiet acceptance. The team knew it was the end of Cozy Interior STN BHD, but they also knew they were doing the right thing, closing with honesty and respect for the law.